Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Pitstick at soulproof.com. We're talking about various ways of knowing that we are infinite spiritual beings, that there's much more to life than meets the eye. And one is the intelligent design argument. And that is, if you were walking along and found this beautiful Swiss watch laying on the floor, would you expect that it just fell out of the sky, it just appeared out of nowhere? Or would you think that there was a designer of this beautiful, well-working watch? Well, similarly, we look at the magnificence of creation here on Earth, and a magnificent creation implies a magnificent creator, a rhyme and a reason, a great design manifest operative in the universe. Here's a quote from Paramahansa Yogananda, and he talks about his quote is, "Death gives new roles to actors' souls, so they may play in new dramas on the stage of life," end quote. So this is a very concise description of what happens in life, that there is a grand design to this, even though it doesn't seem like it. So if we're just stuck in our humanness, being an earthling, we think that there are horrible tragedies and people die and I lost my mother and so on. But we realize that life continues on seamlessly, and we much are like actors, and when we pass on, we're ready for new roles and new experiences. Then we can see that there's a grand design. Now, some spiritual teachers say that there are no accidents, that there's a perfection in the universe, at least from the spiritual perspective, and I can see this. However, it's difficult when a child passes, or there are mass atrocities, for example, the Holocaust. So I was talking with Dyer on my radio show about this, the concept there are no accidents or tragedies, and he said, quote, "Death is only a tragedy if you believe that dying is a tragedy. It's not if you understand that everyone comes in and leaves when they're supposed to. Our egos and our ideologies say that children shouldn't die and that no one should leave until they're 106 years old and pass away in their sleep at night. But that's not the way the universe works. We show up here for the amount of time we're supposed to be here." And he talked about an intelligent design argument. He said, imagine a junkyard full of zillions of parts, screws and rubber and cloth and so on. And imagine that a whirlwind came into that junkyard, swirled all around, and when the whirlwind left, there's a 747 jumbo jet, all fueled up, ready to fly to Europe. So what are the chances that would happen randomly, by chance? And I thought my answer was pretty clever, saying pretty slim. So that's right, pretty slim. Well, he said, that's the same chance that our world just happened by accident. And there aren't just 10 million parts, but zillions upon zillions of interwoven parts, all fitting together perfectly, not just on our planet, but in billions and billions of other galaxies. The assumption behind the notion that this is all just an accident, that there is no force or intelligence behind it, it's just as foolish and arrogant as assuming a windstorm could blow together 10 million parts and create a 747. There's an intelligence behind everything in the universe, and therefore there are no accidents in it. So again, I know this is tough to believe, especially if you had a child that's passed on, or if you're deeply grieving, but consider that there is a rhyme and a reason to things, a divine perfection behind the scenes, even though it doesn't always look like it from our earthly perspective. So be sure to visit the website, soulproof.com, book and documentary film by the same name, lots of information to help you live soulfully every day.